This is Tokimi, and welcome to episode 5 of CozyHaven. Alright, so if you guys did watch last episode, you guys will know that we are hopping in to create full time this episode. So I have a lot planned for today. I know which machines I want to set up. I know where I want to do it. I know I looked into this. I did a lot of research to make sure that I don't mess up like terribly, but hopefully everything goes smooth. I'm sure that there will be problems because this is technically only my second time hopping into create. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start with something that I have planned while my backpack invades my facial area. So first off, I want to build the workshop where we are going to be doing these amazing things. So I was thinking of many different areas. I was thinking of having some secret hidden area over by the water wheel. I don't think that's going to work out. I also thought of having some underground base thing that could be an entrance like right here, maybe have some stairs that go down into like a huge workshop, and that would be cool. But I feel like we just have so much stuff over here that it's like it's becoming too much. So I thought, why not just do it over here? So I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting some kind of bridge going from right here, since there's like a huge space right here. Just build a nice little land bridge from here to here, and then we'll build our workshop over there somewhere. We'll figure it out once we terraform, but I say we start off with the bridge just to get that done and over with, and then we could go ahead and terraform that land over there, and I think we should be good. So I think I want to build the bridge out of like all types of stones, little mix with wood as well, but we're gonna figure that out. I know for a fact I definitely want to use cut tough, so definitely grab some of that. Tiny cobblestone bricks could be a really cool like texture block that we could use. Even the cracked cobblestone bricks, maybe some like actual tough, and then let's see what other blocks we have here. We have actual stone bricks, so definitely got to grab some of that for sure. Definitely grab some of the mossy variants of here. If we need to make more mossy variants of stuff, we definitely have some moss left over. But for now, I think this should be good. It's like definitely a lot of blocks. I do want to mix in some wood, like I said. So I think just the good old spruce is gonna do us dandy. Let's definitely grab some trapdoors, and then I think that should be good. Let's grab some slabs, and yeah, let's see here. I think that should be everything that we need. So let's go ahead, time lapse away me building this bridge super quickly so we can actually hop into the great stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Time lapse away. All right, so that's the bridge done. It looks pretty good in my opinion. You know, it's just a little simple bridge, you know. We got the little hangover thingies under there, so fish can swim under there. Fish can swim under there. And yeah, I think we're good now. So I think the next thing that we need to do is go ahead and terraform this land over here, because we're going to be using a big space for our factory. So let's just go ahead and obviously time lapse away again, but this time we're going to be terraforming this little land over here. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Time lapse away. All right, so as you guys can see, we do have quite a bit of space to work with, which is really, really nice. So I think we should just go ahead and get started on building this amazing little factory building. I was thinking of using like a mix of stones and bricks maybe, and then throw in some wood accents here and there, but I'm not really sure what exact like bricks and stone I want to use. And I don't even think I have like that much bricks or clay anyways. So let's just check. Yeah, we're definitely low on bricks and we have no clay, which means we're gonna have to go out and get some. And we do have a lot of stone. We have a bunch of cobblestone. I should probably smelt some of this up just so we can be prepared just in case. We already have some in there from last time, which is amazing. We do need to put more morkite in these furnaces though, so we can go ahead and keep this stuff smelting. But I think we should be good for now. So let's just go ahead, go out, go get some clay and maybe some extra, building blocks, and then we should be good. So I'm going to put this morkite in these furnaces here, and then I'll see you guys in the time lapse or, the little montage of us going out to get some of these building materials. So time lapse away. Okay, so we got a bit of clay here. Usually this would have taken me probably like 25 minutes to get, but because of our new armor set and tool set, it literally took me less than 5 minutes to get. So that's amazing. One thing I do want to do just to help us out, like actually like make this process so much faster, is just make a smelter through create. Because obviously over here, I think towards like the end of the episode while we were doing the mushrooms, we made the little washer over here. But now I want to do the smelter, which will basically smelt all of this clay into bricks for us really, really fast. And all we have to do is get some lava. We do have some lava right here, but I don't want to mess this up. So I do want to go out and get some lava really quick, turn that into a smelter, smelt all this down, and that will get us bricks within a minute instead of waiting probably like 30 to 45 minutes for all of this to smelt just in furnaces. So we need to go somewhere that has lava. There is a lava pit not that far away from our base, so we're gonna head over there real quick, and then let's just get ourselves some lava for the smelter. All right, so we got ourselves some lava, so we're gonna go head over to our little thing over here. We are going to have to get another bucket to pick up that water, so we don't want to turn that into obsidian, but I'll show you guys how this works super quickly. So let's grab a bucket. Sweet. Let's head outside, not close ourselves in, and let's go pick up this water really quick. And if we place that down, now you can see there are orange particles here. Be careful, because if you step in front of it, you will get damaged. So that's a thing. Definitely be careful. But now, if we throw all of our clay down here, actually take off our magnet, because that was the mistake that we made last time. Throw all of our clay down there, and you will see that it will slowly start to turn into bricks. So let's just see this process happen here. We can see that they are burning, which means that they are smelting. So that's a good sign. And there we go. We have one stack of bricks already in there, and the rest should be getting cooked up now. And this is going to take maybe 30 to 45 seconds for all of this to turn into bricks. As you can see, most of them are already bricks, which is amazing. And I think that's it. That's all of the clay. We now have a full inventory of bricks just like that in about 30-45 seconds of using this. So that's why I want to hop into create this episode, because hopping into create, making all of the machines that we need to make is going to help us so much in the future with this series. So that's just a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing. But now that we have all of these bricks, we can go ahead, put our buckets away, put all of our bricks into here, and we should be able to just do this. And we got about, 4 and almost a half stacks of bricks, which is not a lot. We're gonna need quite a bit more for the factory. So it is time for me to go out and get some more clay, smelt them into bricks, and we should be good. So I will see you guys in a second. All right, so I got a bit. I got over 900 bricks now, and we have so much stone to work with. So I think what I'm going to do is definitely take that much and take some bricks, and we're going to go up to the masonry table and see what we can get working with this. I think what I want to do technically is here. Let's show you. Why is there a dirt block here? Okay, but we're gonna have a platform made out of stone here, and then on top of it will be the brick building. So we're not gonna be using that much stone. I mean, I did make a lot, but that's obviously just for future and future proofing. So I think the textures that I want to go for are more rocky looking. So I definitely want to use this cobbled stone, which is very nice. The rough stone looks very good. Definitely get a couple of stacks of that. Let's get a couple of the cobbled stone, and then let's do trodden stone. That is kind of a cool texture. I feel like we'll mix in with those very, very well. So let's get a couple of stacks of that. Wherever that was, I just lost it. Oh my gosh. Trodden stone. There we go. Let's get 3 of that, and then let's go ahead and even try to do one more. Maybe we can maybe do like this weathered stone. That looks really, really nice in my opinion. Definitely get some of that. And then I think that should be good. Now for the bricks, I do want to go with these darker ones. These darker ones look super, super cool in my opinion. So we'll definitely go for the flat brick tiles. Definitely get about 4 stacks of that. And then we can definitely do the cracked version of that for sure. So we'll get 4 stacks of that. And then we can do maybe 2 more textures in there. So I definitely want to keep the brick look going, but I obviously want to go with that darker one. So these are the dark ones down here. Let's go with, I really like these small borderless bricks. So maybe let's go with those ones. Those ones look really, really nice. So let's get 3 stacks of that. And then for the last ones, let's do, as long as you just go with the stacked borderless. The stacked borderless look really nice. Or maybe even the offset ones. The offset ones I feel like will add like just some like different type of texture to it, because it is offset. Like the texture of the bricks itself is offset. So it'll kind of give it like, oh, what the heck is going on over here? Let's go check it out kind of look. So I think that's our main blocks that we're going to use. Obviously, we're going to have to decorate it, put in windows and all that. But I think we should be good to go ahead and build out the layout of this thing for now. So I will definitely see you guys in the time lapse. So you guys already know what time it is. Time lapse away. All right, so I think we got a solid foundation down here. We just got the little platform down here with like obviously the open plan right now. We got these beams going across with the stone just to get some contrast in here. And then obviously it's just the same thing at the top just so we can have 2 floors. I'm thinking we have the staircase obviously somewhere over here, because we're going to have our machines here, over basically everywhere in here. And then we'll have the staircase, maybe a little spiral staircase go up to the 2nd floor and then out into the other machines as well. Or what I'm thinking is we have the downstairs be all of the power and then the upstairs have the machines, or vice versa. Or we even create a basement that will hold all of our power as well. But I'm just gonna, you know, have that linger in the air for now while I figure out the rest of the build. But I think we should finish off the roof and then we should get to decorating, and then we should be good to start hopping into create, adding our machines in here, and then we should be good. I know exactly what machines I already want to have set up in today's episode. Obviously, all of the basic ones. I want to get a smelter, a deployer system, a washer, you know, a cooker for the foods. I want to be able to have some crushing wheels, a millstone, and then maybe some other machines and stuff. But for this episode, I just want to make all the basic machines, put them down there, maybe put them upstairs. Who knows? But I'm going to finish off this roof. I just wanted to show you guys the little foundation that I came up with. I think it looks really nice. And once we obviously add the decorations in the outside, you know, little details to make it pop out more, it'll look a lot better. Obviously, once we add the windows in as well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go grab the materials that I need, and then I'll see you guys in the time lapse. So, time lapse away. All right, well, I lost some footage, and it's not a lot of progress, but we did put on the roof. We did add the little smoke things up there, and we did input the walls and get the spaces for the windows. But that's it. That's all that was lost. Nothing crazy. We didn't do any decorating. We didn't do the staircase. We didn't do any of that. So that's good. I think the last thing that we just need to do now is, you know, put in the windows, get some lighting in there, get the staircase going, and then I think we are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out what windows we're going to use. I think we should just go ahead and stick with the arched white glass. I really like the way that this one looks. It just looks super, super good in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead, put those in, you know, decorate a little bit on the outside, put in the staircase, and yeah, you guys should see all of that in the time lapse, hopefully, if nothing crashes or corrupts. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Time lapse away. All right, so that is the Create Factory all done and finished and decorated on the outside. I did run out of leaves, so I wasn't able to add any on this side, but I think it looks fine with just the leaves on that side of the building, which is really nice. So this is the entrance. You know, we got the azalea leaves all around every single window on the outside. Come inside. We have these really cool copper wall lanterns from Amendments. It looks amazing. So we got those here. Then we got the staircase that goes up to the second floor. We have so many lanterns in here because obviously I don't want anything to spawn in here. But if we have to move some for machinery, that is totally fine. I'll find out a way to get some more light in here. And then this is the top floor, which is, I think, where I'm going to end up putting my future like iron farm or andesite farm, andesite alloy farm or something. Or even just store the power up here, and then we can have the two lower floors to be the machinery. So that's the factory, basically all done and built now. So we should be able to be good to hop into making these machines now. So let's go do that. All right, so I just streamed and we got a lot done for the video today. We went out and got over 3,500 andesite. And if we head out here to my handy dandy alloy forgery, because this is a huge tip that I know you guys are going to want to know. If you put raw zinc in here, it triples it for you. So it will take 2 and output 3. So now we have all of this zinc that we work with. But if you guys can look here, we also have brass. Now, if you guys know Create, you guys are probably like, how do you have brass? You need to go to the nether, you need to build the mixer, you need to do all this stuff. But with alloy forgery, you can just put copper and zinc straight up in the alloy forgery and it'll give you 3 brass ingots every time, no matter the tier. So that's beautiful. So now we have brass to work with. We don't even have to go to the nether, get the blaze burner, build the mixer. We don't got to do none of that. So let's grab all of this and let's just start crafting everything that we are going to need for our little compact machinery that we are going to be using. Okay, so I know for a fact that we're going to need encased fans. We're going to need a lot of encased fans, which means we need iron sheets, which means we're going to need to put up the press again, which is pretty nice. We already have some here. We'll put our andesite alloy on us for now, but let's also grab just a stack of iron. Might as well make some sheets while we can, and let's go get this bad boy up and running. So we got to put down the mechanical press right about there and get the depot right about there, get the iron ingots and right about there. And now I wait probably like 20 minutes for this to smash. So yeah, as you guys can see, it's very, very slow. So I'll see you guys when it's completely done. And I just realized that the lava that we had here burned our little walkway. Let's fix that. All right, spruce slabs. We should be good. Dang, I'm kind of like, how did I not see that before? Like there's literally just this huge hole above my head. There we go. Got that. And there we go. All right, we're good. Looks good now. So like I was saying, I'll see you guys in a second once everything is done pressing. Actually, while we wait on the press, I wonder if we could see it from out over here. Probably not. You like kind of see it for a split second in between the purple flowers. Oh, we see the water wheel. Okay, so actually while we wait for everything to press, I think we should craft everything else that we need. So obviously for the encased fans, we are going to need power. So I think how we're going to do that is obviously through water wheels because they give good power. But I was also thinking of a windmill, because if we ponder this, you guys can see that the way that they work is obviously you do this whole thing, and if you rotate it, it will obviously give power. So we can go ahead and make the windmill bearing. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and make these windmill sails, as many as we can. And let's just see how many we could get. Obviously we don't have enough wool, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But what is this? You can wash wool into wool? What the? That's so crazy. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go on a quest for wool because you need at least 8 windmill sails. Well, we're gonna need more. So let's go on an adventure. Let's grab some shears and let's go find some sheepy boys because we're gonna need some. And of course, it's nighttime and raining. It always is raining here. Of course, I had to pick the only biome that rained a lot, so that's fun. I do remember that I have a sheep in here, so that's fun. That's 3 right there. Easy money. Let's go ahead and go get some sheep. All right, so I just spent the whole entire night trying to get some sheep, and I only got 2 inky wool and 3 patched wool. I'm not sure how I would turn this into string. Oh, we can wash it. Okay, that's actually beautiful. So let's grab our encased fan. Let's grab our water bucket and let's go set this thing up real quick. And it seems like we have the 64 iron sheets that we need, so that's beautiful. We could take this down now. Let's take that back as well. Let's go ahead and set this up again. So vertical gearbox, vertical gearbox, vertical gearbox, shaft. Well, not shaft. Get the encased fan, get the water. There we go. Now we just throw our wool down there, back up because we have our magnet on. Wait a couple seconds and we should have some normal white wool. Hopefully I don't magnetize it right now. Oh yeah, look at it. It turned into white wool. That is crazy. That is so awesome. Okay, so we can go ahead, get all of our other wools that we have on us, which I don't think we have a lot, to be honest. We have 6 and 4, which is fine. That's another 10 wool that we have on our hands that we can throw into this beautiful washer. So obviously that's another tip that you guys can use for your own worlds, is just throw some wool in a washer, watch it slowly get turned into white wool if you need white wool for the windmill sails. And now obviously we have the 15 white wool, so let's just go ahead, dump all this stuff that we don't need. Mechanical press and depot can go in there for now. But let's go ahead and make these windmill sails. We got 32 now. That is beautiful. And our only backlog is the andesite alloy, which we can make now. So let's just use the zinc instead. Oh, is it zinc ingots? Or nuggets, I mean. So let's just make a bunch of zinc nuggets and throw those in there. Make as much andesite alloy as we can for now. And then make as many of these as we can. Okay, 34 was the max that we can make. Now we have that, so we can knock those off of the list. Let's go ahead and make these chutes because we have our iron sheets now. So let's just go ahead. Let's get 12 of those. I don't think we're going to need more than that. If we do, we obviously have a bunch of iron sheets that we can make. Let's go ahead and make let's make a couple of depots actually. Let's go ahead, grab some of our stripped spruce here. Let's go ahead. Oh, we can't. Oh, this is a chipped version. I didn't know that you can't turn a chipped version of something into... Okay, well, that's news to me. You cannot turn stripped logs into andesite casings, which is totally understandable because it's a modded block, so I don't think that the mod creator or mod developer would have added compatibility for chipped. But yeah, let's go ahead, get all of these casings. And actually, to make this easier, let's just go ahead and make the wrench while we can. Let's go ahead, grab 3 gold sheets, and let's just go make this thing because this is going to be so much easier to pick up the crate blocks because I hate mining those things. So let's just press these 3 things down and let's get this thing going. And I need to pick up my water. Actually, it's fine. We can just block it out. And of course, I put my depot and my mechanical press away. Depot, mechanical press, 3 gold sheets, and there we go. Now we wait. And that should be it. There we go. We got our 3 golden sheets. Let's go ahead and make our little wrench now, because if you guys aren't into crate, you guys are about to learn something crazy. This is very, very handy when you need to pick things up. So let's make a cogwheel. Let's go ahead and make this wrench and just shift, right click, boom. And it automatically goes into your inventory. You do not have to worry about picking them up off the floor. And it has no durability. It's beautiful. It rotates blocks for you. It does many, many things with crate blocks. So you always want to keep that on you when you are working with crate. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and let's make a couple of more depots. Like I was saying, let's do that. I don't know why it's just doing one at a time. Probably because we have all of those in there. So let's just do, let's get like, I guess we'll get 12. We'll get 12 depots. I don't know if I'm going to need that many, but that should be good. Okay, so we have the 12 depots now. Mark that off the list. Let's go ahead and make the millstones here. So let's go ahead, get some cogwheels. Obviously put the shafts in there because it's not working out very well. Let's get a couple of millstones here. We'll make 4. I feel like 4 is a very good number to have of those. We can have like a little 4 little guys. Then the mechanical press, we already have 1. So I would say I want at least 3 of these. So let's make 2 more. Should be good. Not sure what I don't have enough of. Of course, it's the andesite casings. So again, we're gonna just place these bad boys down just like this. Place down as many logs. We might as well just do all of them, to be honest. And then andesite alloy these up just like this. Get all of them and wrench them all. That is so beautiful. I literally love how it just, oh, it's so fast. It's so beautiful. Okay, then let's go ahead, make 1 and 2 more presses because we have the one out there that we just left out there. And then let's go ahead and make our deployers. This is where things are going to get a little fun to make, I feel like. So to make the electron tube, obviously you need the iron sheet, but you need this thing called polished rose quartz. Now what you need to make is actual rose quartz. So we're going to make, we'll make about 2 of these, I think. Maybe 3. We'll make 3 of these. And then we're going to go ahead and make sandpaper from Create, which just takes sand and paper, obviously. And you put 1 in your left hand, 1 in your right, and you hold right click. And there it goes. And it makes the rose quartz for you beautifully. And the sandpaper, you only need to make 1 because it has a durability of 8. Unless you're making more than 8, obviously you need to make another one. Or you could go ahead, make the red sandpaper, which obviously has the same amount of durability as well. So we have the 3 rose quartz right there. Let's go ahead and make these 3 electron tubes just like that. And then let's go ahead and make these brass hands, which are going to take brass sheets. So good thing we still have our press out there. We're going to need 3 of these, which means we're going to need 12 brass sheets. So let's go ahead and get our 12 ingots. Let's go ahead, head outside, go put these bad boys down onto the press, and obviously wait again. So I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so we got the 12 brass sheets, so we should be good to make the brass hands now, which will allow us to make the deployers, which is going to be amazing. So let's drop those bad boys in there. Let's go ahead, make the 3 brass hands, and then let's go ahead and make the 3 beautiful deployers. There's probably like 15 to 20 more minutes of me crafting, so I just thought I'd skip over it and do a little time lapse in the background and show you guys what's going on. And yeah, that's what this is. I'm kind of just stalling. Okay, back to the gameplay. All right, so now that we're in here, I am thinking of making this downstairs obviously our compact workshop, and then using this space as some type of andesite alloy farm, tree farm, whatever we want to do. And then up here is going to be all of our power, obviously because it's bigger. One thing I did forget that I guess I forgot about is the water buckets. So let's go grab the water buckets real quick. Okay, here's going to be a little tip that I actually just found out. If you go ahead, make 3 buckets and go fill them up with water. And then you go ahead, go to a crafting table and put them like this. you can make this thing called a batter bucket, and it's quite literally an infinite water bucket. Now, I'm not sure if this is part of a mod that I added in for the next update of the pack, which is going to be the last one, by the way, if you didn't see my update video. But if you guys don't have it, then this is definitely a mod that I added in for the next update. And I'm sorry you guys don't have it right now, but you guys will have it eventually, I promise. But now that we have this, we have infinite water. Let's go ahead and start our water wheel construction. All right, so I grabbed quite a bit of cobblestone to help us out here, but obviously I want the water wheels to be going here. Oh, these are the little ones. I forgot to turn them into the big ones. Oh my goodness. Now we have the large water wheels, so let's go ahead and go back to the factory and try to do this again for like the 5th time. All right, so like I was saying, I want the water wheels here, which will be perfect. So we'll just have all of these set up. That's actually so perfect. It literally ends 2 blocks before this little side of things, which will allow us to route power perfectly. So this is perfect. So then we want to go ahead and put blocks here just to hold the water in. And then we'll have these blocks here, obviously. Let me figure this out. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we'll have these here. And then we should go ahead and let's get up here for a second. And let's go ahead and place a row of blocks at the top here, which will allow us to place the water and then have it flow down. Oh, I'm so dumb. This has to be one more over. So place the cobblestone like that. Break these. So now if we place the water here, there we go. Place water there, water there, water there, water there, water there. Oh, and the water wheels are breaking. Something's wrong. Okay, I think I figured it out. We have to have blocks blocking the water from going on that side. So now this should work. As long as the water just flows on that side, we should be good and nothing should break. Okay, it seems like it's working so far. Perfect. And as long as we keep the water flowing, every single one of these should be creating power now, as long as we block that there. All right, sweet. This is perfect. This is looking beautiful. One thing I forgot to make, which I just realized as I was looking at these water wheels, is going to be the create goggles. So we're going to need to make these bad boys, which is just going to take some string, some glass, and a gold sheet. So let's make those real quick because it gives you very useful information when you're staring at things like this. It will give you how much power this is outputting. So let's go make that real quick. So once again, for hopefully the last time of this video, we are going to have to set up the press setup right here. Put the mechanical press down, put the 1 golden ingot down, and then wait for it to become a gold sheet. And then we should be good to go ahead and make these things here. Now as a gold sheet, we can pick those up and we're good to run off. So hopefully that's the last time this video that we had to set up that one over there. Because once we get this going, we should be able to just go ahead and make our own little system inside of the thing. So let's go ahead, put these bad boys on. This makes us look sick with the hallowed armor. It literally matches perfectly. And now if we go stare at these water wheels, we should see something new on our screen. So now there we go. 512 stress units for this one, and it should be 512 all the way across. Perfect, because all of these are now generating power. So this is perfect. The way that we're going to get this power is by encased chain drives going well, we're not going to use the encased chain drives yet, actually. Let's go ahead, use some shafts and some gearboxes to get this working the way that I want it to. So let's get a gearbox here. We're going to get the shafts going this way. And of course, I forgot the rest of my shafts, which is amazing. I just love forgetting things this episode, don't I? So like I was saying, I want the shafts to come here, get a gearbox here, get an encased chain drive, probably in the corner here. So that means the encased chain drive will have to be like this. Let's get some shafts along the way here. And now if we just place encase chain drives all the way down, and we go down to the second level and continue this encase chain drive system down, as long as we get on the level that we placed it at first. So there we go. We have these encase chain drives going. Obviously they turn slower the farther down that they go, I think. Actually, it doesn't look like it. Never mind, I'm tripping. So there we go. Now we have power to the second level and to the third level now. So now we should be good to go ahead and start building up these systems. So I want to do these in groups. I want to have the smelter, the washer, and the cooker all in one area. I want to have the deployer in one area, the press in one area, and the millstone in one area. And then obviously once we start making machines on the second floor, we'll obviously have the crushing stones and the grindstones and all that type of stuff. So I guess we just go ahead and start. I realize that we are going to need a couple more blocks here, but we do have the wood out here, which we can use for what we need. So we're going to need lots of trapdoors to hold in the fluids for what we need. And then we're also going to need campfires for the cookers, and we're also going to need buckets of lava for the smelter. So let's go ahead, grab our buckets here. I think we only need 2 of each since we're doing 2 encase fans. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and grab 2 campfires, 2 buckets of lava. Let's go ahead and see if we actually have a bava luckets. A bava luckets, is that a thing? I don't think it is, but that's fine. We're gonna steal lava from our beautiful little smelter area because I'm too lazy to go get more, and I'm really not trying to deal with that right now. So we'll just do that, have the lava spread out, and still make it look full. There we go. Let's head back and start getting these machines working. So let's go ahead, get the encased fans here. All right, so we got this one blowing. Now we need to get another gearbox, get another fan. That one is sucking in, which we don't want. Yeah, I got something going, I think. So if I place the water here, yes, that should be wash. And then as long as we get a depot there, it'll wash everything that pops up. I want to figure out how to flip these another way. So let's take that. I think we should just do this. Yeah, there we go. Just to make this more compact. Do that. Grab the water bucket. There we go. So now we have a washer. This one is going to be a smelter. So let's just do the same thing that we did there. Get these trapdoors like this. That one should be fine. I know it's going to look weird. And that's not what we want to happen. Now we have a smelter. So that works. And then I wanted to have a cooker. So let's go ahead and grab an encased chain drive here. Okay, I think I got something going. I ended up doing 2 smelters just because that's probably what we're going to be using a lot. And I just figured out that because these are catching on fire, we're going to need to use different trap doors. So we're going to have to change those out. But now we have a washer, we have 2 smelters, and then we have a cooker for food as well. I think it looks really, really good. I mean, it's like not super compact. We probably could have made it way more compact, but this is what works for us. So I guess we got our little washer stuff going on here. So we can knock these off the list and we can move on to our next machine. All right, so the next system that we need to make is going to be the deployer, which we can set up. And we have 3 of them, so these should just work fine. These obviously take power from the side, which means we're gonna need to figure out a different way to do this, which means we should probably go to the second floor to do this, because this will be way easier to set up, because obviously we have the power coming from the side here. So we'll just try to place this in the right direction here. Yep. So you got one there, one there, one there, being used at all times, which is very, very nice. As you guys can see, they're going slow. So a little trick that you guys can use with Create is by using these amazing things called cogwheels. So you're going to want to take your large one, put it here, put it on to a small one. That is going to double your speed. Then you're going to take a shaft, do a large one, put it to a small one, and that's going to double it again. And then again, large to small. And as you can see, this one is spinning way faster than these ones back here. And then, yeah, you basically doubled your speed and just keep on doing it until you get to the point where it'll be spinning this. And now everything should be working a little bit faster. And as you can see, now it's working. We have all of our stuff blowing the correct way, while we also have the deployer hands working way faster than they were before, which is very, very nice. So now we just get our little depots, and there we go. Now we have our little deployer system set up. It's not automatic, but we will eventually make it automatic, which will be really, really nice. And yeah, we just basically have to do this for the press system, which means we're gonna have to drag along this power here across the top, so then we could do the same thing like we did here. So basically, we're just gonna bring this down to here. We're gonna grab our beautiful mechanical presses. As you can see, we have 3 of those bad boys. Get the 3 depots there. And if we put something on here, they'll obviously work. As you can see, they are using stress units, which is beautiful. So now we have our deployer system right here. We have our pressing system. And then we have our fan system all the way down here at the bottom, which is very, very beautiful. I think the last thing that we need to do is set up our millstone system. So we might as well just do that down here just to make it more occupied down here. We have 4 millstones. We want to use the shafts because we want to automatically output what we millstone, which is very beautiful. So we're going to need to go grab some chests, which actually we could craft with all of this wood in here. We actually have a bunch of planks on us, so might as well just use those to make some chests while we can. Let's go ahead and figure this out here, because the millstones, they do take cogwheels as power. So we just do that. We take a shaft, and now all of these are going to be spinning, which is beautiful. So then what we're going to want to do is shift these chutes into the millstones, which we should just get up here for. We'll go like this, just like that. Okay, so now we have this, which means we can go ahead and place our export chests here, which should mean we have our chests somewhere down here, maybe, I think. I mean, if we just use hoppers, that'll probably be easier instead of figuring all of this out. We'll just figure that. There we go. And then we'll use hoppers to go into our chests here, which will be beautiful. And we don't have any on us, so let's go grab some hoppers real quick. So we have 2. We just need to make 2 more, which is not bad at all. Then let's head back. And you're the one who keeps making that noise, huh? Well, how about you come to me and I help you out with my new OP sword. Thank you very much. And here we are with that. All right, so now that we have that, if we test it out now, if we just go ahead and put some cobblestone in here, we'll see that it will start being grinded. As you can see, it says 64 cobblestone at the top. And obviously once it's done, it will be turned into gravel, which is beautiful. So I think we should actually turn these into double chests, because then it will split it up into both. As you can see, both will be taken and split it up evenly, which is beautiful. And then all of them will be used and turned into whatever we need to grind up. Editing Tokimi here. How many times am I going to say beautiful in this video? And let's go ahead, like, holy crap, can we get a counter, please? Which is amazing. And to clean this up even more, I think we could just go ahead and do this and encase all of this stuff to, you know, kind of hide some of the stuff that's going on. And we can also do the same up here as well with these shafts that are turning. So we could just compact it a little bit more and even put like a little counter there, you know, decorate it with something later. But yeah, we can also, let's see, let's take this lantern and just kind of casing this up here to kind of tie it in all together. I know this is a waste of casing, but at the same time, I just really like the way that it looks. So we'll just do that. Tie it all together. We'll even take this casing and try to, you know, hide some of this buffoonery that is going on here, just to make it look a little bit nicer than what's actually happening. So now we have everything working. We have our washer, we have our 2 smelters, we have our cooker, we have our auto grindstones, millstones, whatever you want to call them. And then up here we have our deployer system and our press system, which is beautiful. I think the last one that I want to make is the grindstones, or the crushing stones, I mean. But to make the crushing stones, we need to make the mechanical crafters. So to make those, you obviously need brass casings, and which in fact, because we have our beautiful alloy forgery, we have a little bit of brass that we can use to go ahead and do that. But we are going to be needing a bit more. So let's just go ahead and put away the stuff that we don't need right now. Don't need the waters. We'll just keep all of this stuff just in case we do need it. I know we're not going to need fans. The windmill stuff can go away. We don't need that either. Gearbox will keep on us. Let's go ahead, grab our copper that we have. Let's go ahead, grab our zinc that we have. And then let's just go ahead and make a little bit more brass because we're going to need a bit more for what we're about to do. All right, we got 32. I'm going to let the rest smelt up, but let's go ahead, get some type of log here, and let's just get these bad boys out. I know for the mechanical crafters, we're going to need, I think 25, if I'm correct. Let me do the calculations really quick. We're actually going to need 21 brass casings, so let's just place these out. That's 16, that is 20, and that's 21. So let's get our axe in hand. Let's get our brass ingot in the other hand, and there we go. Advancement made, the brass age, which is going to be beautiful. So let's just pick all these up here, and let's go ahead and make what we need to make. Why was that 17? There's no way that I lost some, right? That is a glitch if I've ever seen one. Wow, I just lost out on some of my brass. There we go. Now we have 21. Unless I did the calculations different, then I'm probably just dumb, which I probably did, but it is what it is. Okay, 21 brass casings. Let's go ahead, make the mechanical crafters here, which means we're gonna need 21 electron tubes as well, which means we're gonna need 21 rose quartz, which means, yeah, we're gonna need to go to the nether to go grab some more quartz. So let's go pick up some quartz real quick from my nether portal that I destroyed. Okay. Okay, we got a bit more quartz. We got 28, and it's not horrible, but it will get the job done. So let's go ahead and make our rose quartz. We have 3, which means we'll need 18 more. So let's just do that really quickly. Let's go ahead and make some more sandpaper because we're obviously going to need it. Each one has 8 use, so we need 2 more, which is perfect. So let's go ahead and put this in our hand. And let's just sandpaper away. And there we go. That was literally perfect. So let's go ahead and put these here. Make our 21 electron tubes, which means we could go ahead and skip over the 1 minute and 35 seconds of crafting that is not needed to be seen. So, yeah, back to the video. All right, so we have these machines down here. I think this is gonna be the perfect spot. Actually, this is like the perfect 5x5, which is beautiful. So we have 3 mechanical crafters here. 5, 5, 5, and then 3. That's the setup, and it is all powered by cogwheels, as you can see. So we're gonna have to move these lanterns, which is fine, and we're gonna go ahead and set these up like this. Just have these going across all the way, and figuring out how we're gonna get the power. I think I'm actually gonna set it up here just because we already have the power like sideways like this. So we're gonna need to somehow here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this lantern, put that one there, and take these cogwheels all the way across just like this, and we're gonna move that lantern, move it up, and just do this all the way across. And there we go. That's going to power that. We will be able to andesite casing this up just so it's not, you know, horrible looking. And then we're going to set up the mechanical crafters just like this, which is beautiful because now you guys can see it is working. Now, the hardest part about this is setting this up. As you guys can see, these little black strips in between each block, these are pointing to where these blocks are going to be moving into. So we want everything to either move into this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot. Doesn't matter. You just want all of these to be connected to push into one spot. So we have down, 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 right, down, 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 left, right, down, 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 left, right, down, 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 left. Then we have right, down, left. So basically, we're just pushing all of these items into this single spot right here. So if we do this correctly, if we look up the crushing wheels and we look at the recipe, you guys can see that it takes a lot of andesite alloy, some type of planks, and some type of stone. So we're gonna go grab that and we're gonna test this out to see if it even works in the first place. Okay, so we have everything we need. We got our materials here. Now, as you saw in the EMI, if you look up crushing wheel, it's basically the whole entire border is andesite alloy surrounded by planks and then a stone. So we'll do the andesite alloy on the outsides here of the border, just like that. Then we'll take our 4 planks there. And then once we place a stone, theoretically, it should start crafting. It will recognize that it's a recipe. Pushed, 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 and crushing wheel is going to pop out. And there it is. Oh my goodness. It worked perfectly. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing the way that I was explaining this part, but as you guys can see, we got it working now. So now we have 2 crushing wheels, which is going to be beautiful. Okay, I know this looks very confusing, but I promise this is going to be worth it, which then should hopefully be what this is going to be. These crushing wheels should do that. Wait, did that work? Because it said that the funnels just worked. Something's crushing. Yep, it's crushing the gravel, which will then turn into flint. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so we have it all automated now. So whatever we crush in here will then automatically be put into the millstones, which I don't think is supposed to have. I think some stuff, like say we have crushed iron, right? We crush it in the crushing wheels and we use this inside of, oh, we want to wash it. We don't want to crush it again. Okay, so automatically outputting it down into there is the bad move. So we'll just take this and we'll just store everything into this item vault, which we can then take out and it'll output the items for us onto the depots. So now it won't automatically be taken into here, which is no longer what we want. Yeah, okay, we're good. So now it's not going to be automatically put in there, which is beautiful. So now we have all of our washer, smelter, cookers. We have our millstone. And then up here, we have our mechanical crafter, our deployers, our presses, and our crushing wheels. And I think that's all of the machines that we needed to get done in today's episode. Obviously, I want to hop into more automation, automating all of this, automating everything that's upstairs so that we can basically have this be our, automation house, basically. So we just put all of this leftover stuff away that isn't anything from create. And then we'll put all of our create stuff back in here. And I think, ladies and gents, that is going to be it for this episode. Not really sure how long this episode is, to be honest, because I haven't been editing it. So I'm going to have to go edit all of this right now, which is going to be beautiful. So I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I know that I did. It was a very fun building this thing and getting all of our, basic create machines up. Obviously, some of them aren't automated, but that's because they are the basic versions, and that's what they're supposed to be. Later down the line, we will be making them fully automated. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode as much as I did. If you guys did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes of CozyHaven. And yeah, join the Discord. We have an amazing community over there. We do, community events such as movie nights. We do game nights. And it's just a really cool community to be in. Everybody's loving and accepting. And it is just a beautiful community. And as the sun rises here, I will see you guys in the next episode. This is Tokimi signing out. Good night.